Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This YouTube live is to tell about my personal one-on-one coaching for teaching AI, especially RAG, MCP, LangGraph, AI agents, that kind of stuff. Okay, let me first share my screen. Okay, so I'm just I will share that screen first. Okay, and now you are seeing this screen, right? This is my blog post. I provided the link to this blog post in the description of this video. And moreover, you can come to this blog by simply searching QPT blog. Okay, search for QPT space blog. You'll be seeing these results. Click this first one, blog.qualitypointtech.com. There you can find this link. Like a few days back, I put it like paid one-on coaching for learning AI, especially RAG, MCP, LangGraph, and AI agents. You can click that link, and you can see the details here. Okay. Here I provided all the details. If you still have any questions, you can contact me by sending an email rajamanikam.a@gmail.com or by sending WhatsApp message to my number I provided here. You can just click that if you're in mobile. You can click and just send the message. I will be sending reply. Don't make a call. Okay. And for just encouraging the people to share this link, I have provided free download links for my ebooks, AI related ebooks. You can find the details here. Okay, unlocking AI, RAG, SQL, Agentic AI, and Python for AI developers. That kind of books you can freely download. Okay, for limited time. Once after getting like I plan to take only 3 or 4 persons per week. Okay, otherwise the timing, that confusions, and I to avoid that kind of thing, I am planning to take only limited number of people. In that case, later on I may remove this free download option. Okay, but right now we have that option. Okay, you can just freely download it, and even if you book 1 hour of my time for learning, I'll be providing my AI course, self-packed AI course, freely. Okay, that's what I decided. And other than that, I mentioned that few other things like minimum booking. Minimum booking is 1 hour. Okay, and as I said, you can book even 1 hour. But the thing is, you cannot split it into multiple sessions. So one session should be minimum of 1 hour. Okay, like you cannot split it to 5 minutes of 12, 5 minutes, not like that. Okay, so even if you are spending 10 minutes, it will be considered as 1 hour only if you are like moving that session to some other day. Okay, so that is the key thing I wanted to highlight. Okay, um, and I am offering the discount like in different ways. Maybe you can contact me if you want some discount. But as I said, that I will be providing when the time is available. That is why I haven't mentioned here. Okay, uh, just contact me, and if there is free time, I'll be giving discount. And as I said, I am planning to take only few people, right? So suppose some people are already registering, means I cannot give discounts. Okay, so that is what my plan. But as of now, I have a lot of free time. You can just contact me, and you can get some discount. Okay. For the first person, I would like to give 50% discount. Okay, today only. So if you are watching this video and you're like interested in learning and RAG and MCP, that kind of stuff, you can contact me to avail that offer. Okay. Otherwise, anyway, I said the hourly charges very, very low. Actually, today I spent some time for registering myself on various tutoring platforms, right? Superprof and Preplay. There, I found that like people are charging like $100 like that per hour. But I said very, very low price, like just $12 only per hour. And even that platforms will be getting registration fees from the students. Okay, some platforms are getting commission from the tutors. Okay, it's based on the platform, but that platform fee is there, right? But here, if you directly contact me and if you're like booking my time, you can just book my time just for 12 hours, $12 per hour. Very, very affordable thing. And normally, if we give that kind of very inexpensive or low price, means people will be tending to think about the quality of that. Uh, they will be suspecting the quality of the teaching or content, right? So for that purpose only, I provided links to my tutorial videos, RAG, MCP, LangGraph, AI agents. Just click that and you just go through that. And if you if you want me to show some samples, maybe you can go to the live section of my channel. This channel, you're right now you're watching my channel QPT, right? The handle name is QPT, youtube.com/@qpt. Display name is my name, Rajamanikam Anthony Muthu. You can go to the live section. Okay, go to live section. Here you can find a lot of videos. Okay, uh, like uh, even I'm just live broadcasting my 4 week session. Okay, and apart from that, I did nearly 3 hours of like. Gen A webinar. That also I live broadcast through YouTube Live. That recording is also there. And previously, I did live free webinar of RAG, that kind of stuff. You can just go through that. Like a few months back, I did, and I did one live to explain about this is for like overall AI, like more than 4.5 hours. Okay, you can just go through that details, but that recordings may not be that audio quality may be the problem. But in case of one-on-one coaching, that kind of problems won't be there, because here now, while doing the coaching parallelly, I am just live streaming, right? So because of some um, computing power problem, it is causing that kind of issues. But in case of live session, that won't be there. Even if it is there, we can I use Google Meet, and if there are any issues, maybe we can explore other things also. So at the end of the day, in case of live coaching, we can work out on that things, right, to solve that things, because I'm going to teach only to one person, right, through this personalized live personal one-on-one coaching. Okay, and this is good opportunity. And as I said, I just started registering into multiple platforms. If I'm getting more offers from platforms, I cannot give this individual things. Okay, so just if you're interested to learn RAG, MCP, LangGraph, and if you understand the need for learning them, then book that time and check the quality of my way of teaching everything. And most of my subscribers will be having access to my self-packed AI course, right? Because I executed a lot of free offers for that. So mostly you should be having access. Just go through the things and check that. And I understand that self-packed AI courses are somewhat useful, but the real learning, that effective learning will happen when we have one-on-one coaching. That is the reason why I started 4 week, 6 weeks, that kind of full-fledged training, but cohort batch kind of thing, so that inexpensively people can learn. But because of timing and finding common timing across multiple people, that and all causing some issues. So I fully stopped that plan. Okay, and I thought of doing webinars. Webinar also. I find it difficult to get the registrations. um, if I run the paid ads, I need to increase the price. Okay, so I will be deciding about that. So as of now, I changed the date. The date in the next session will be 6th September, but I haven't changed the price as of now. I'll be exploring that. Okay. Otherwise, mostly fully, I will be focusing on this one-on-one coaching, because here we can come up with a mutually agreeing time, right? because a lot of people are going to join means webinars are useful, right? But only few people are joining means better I can go with one-on coaching. That is what I decided. um, but as I said, you need not book more time because in my AA course, if you book 1 or 2 hours, even if you book was just 1 hour, I'll be giving access to my recorded course. You can learn a lot of things from that recorded course, and then if you have any questions, you can make note of all things, and you can again book 1 or 2 hours, and that way you can effectively learn without spending much, right? Even that way I am preferring because I myself also need to spend a lot of time, right? In case if you are booking a lot of hours, okay. So I believe that will be effective way. And okay, let us see how things are going. Right now I'm just telling it through my YouTube channel, my blog, and my newsletters. If people are joining, I'll be continuing this approach. Otherwise, I'll be sticking with that platforms like Preplay, that kind of sites. Okay, in that case, that price and all I need to like set according to their uh, standards, right? So in that case, I cannot offer this much low price. And just make use of this opportunity when it is available. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Let me check any question is there. No questions. Okay. And just to check the details. And yesterday I announced about QPT membership, right? That is for long-term program that I will be focusing on the coming days. But right now I would like to focus more on AI teaching because as I explained in my previous life, I already spent a lot of time, almost more than 6 months. I have been working hard to come up with this self-packed AI course. Okay, so now I'm in the process of marketing or selling it, making money by selling it. So as part of that mission, I'm just running a lot of live sessions, free live sessions, and the webinars, and one-on-one coaching also as part of that plan. Okay, so you can book 1 hour and get the AI course and ask your questions, and then continue the sessions, right? That will be useful. uh, and it will be helping me to make the sales. Okay, one way is I'm selling from Udemy, Skillshare, that kind of platforms. Other than that, by selling my hours, one-on-one coaching hours also, I can indirectly sell my course by giving it to free for encouraging the people to book my one-on-one coaching hours. It is like indirectly selling a course, right? Self-packed course. That is what my primary aim as of now. If you know any other better platform, you can contact me. A lot of people who are running the platforms, they contact me, but their terms and conditions are not that much effective because some people said the minimum payout as $100. So in that case, reaching $100 from new kind of unknown platform is not realistic. It's not a realistic one. So they are just trying to scam the creators. That is what my understanding. So I won't encourage. I won't give my course in that to that platforms. But if you already have a lot of traffic, and if you are very serious about selling the courses, you can contact me, or your minimum payout should be very less. Okay, in that case you can contact me. I can we can collaborate. Okay, and very simply, if you don't have any website or something, if you don't have any platforms to start a LMS platforms, the simple ways you can simply join as affiliate. Okay, affiliates, I'm offering 50% affiliate commission. You can promote it from my Gumroad based website rajamanikam.com. Joining affiliate as Gumroad affiliate is free only. You can freely join, and I am offering 50% affiliate commission. Okay, and here you can check that course. The same course is available here also. That affiliates, it's available for all my products, ebooks, timesheet software, and this AI course. Apart from AI course, the webinar, even the one-on-one coaching also, I added into this affiliate program. But I won't be encouraging to promote this one, because as I said, I have very limited time, right? I cannot, even if many people are registering, I cannot spend time to with everyone. So it is for just to begin, like in the beginning, just to start getting some uh, students, and then I won't be encouraging this. Okay. uh, but that recorded course, at any time, you can promote that unlimited number of sales I can make, right? So as affiliate, just join, and right now there is a huge demand for learning AI. So you can easily make the sales. But thousands of courses are there, okay? But that effective course, just you do some analysis, okay, and study the demands. And my course is completely created based on the demand, starting from beginners, like what is AI. Here I provided all the details. What is AI? Understanding basics of AI. So I tried my best to explain that things in a easy to understand way. That is why my course is getting good ratings at Udemy. I will copy that link, and let me open it in. So here I am listing in that platforms. Okay, here. So from 23 ratings, it got 4.5 stars. It is, compared to other courses, it is very nice one only, right? So people are sharing good experience. Even whoever gave 3 rates, they are also saying good only. Okay, they may not be knowing about the standard of Udemy. Okay, in Udemy, if it is good, mostly people will be giving 5-star rating, right? So all are very good rating only, and the comments also good. So in that case, as an affiliate, you can confidently share that with your audience. Okay, they will be it's a win-win approach, because they will be getting a quality a course for affordable price, right? So think that way. Let me check any. Yes, there. Okay. So suppose if you are new to my blog, if you want to know about what I am talking, just, check this link. I'm sharing that link, blog post link. Just to check that blog post link. Here, just to check all. Just click that link. Come to this blog post where I explained about my paid one-on-one coaching that plans. And here I provided my contact details. If you have any questions, you can just start. You can ask me. If you are in mobile, you can just click this mobile number link. You can send WhatsApp message. Okay, and here I provided like a sample videos, like RAG, MCP, LangGraph. Sample in the sense, the RAG is like almost full-fledged tutorials only. Okay, but in case of one-on-one coaching, we can have some personal guidance and discussions, interactive discussions to learn it in an effective way, right? Apart from this learning and teaching, that kind of stuff, I can do a consultancy also for the same hourly charges. Okay, if you are planning to create a new product, or planning to use the AI for your business automation, we can discuss about that also. Okay, even I can do the AI development for the hourly charges. Okay, I have more than 25 years of experience in IT, including software testing, test automation, web development using PHP MySQL. And recently, I'm focusing more on AI development, especially RAG, retrieval augmented generation. Here, as I explained in many of my previous posts, RAG is very, very important. And like MCP is now allowing the AI developers to connect with a lot of external sources and uh, databases and tools. So now, because of that, AI applications are becoming powerful. And LangGraph also very important library, because it is making that AI agents development, agentic AI developments very easy, like handling multiple agents with maintaining states, other things. Because of that framework, I mean library, it is very easy. And AI agents are now making a lot of impact these days. Okay, So all are very important topics. So I have selected these topics. But as I specified here, if you want, I can teach other things: computer vision, NLP, like basically what is machine learning, what is deep learning, or how to use ChatGPT effectively, even how to use ChatGPT, Gemini, that kind of tools for like uh, digital marketing or any kind of businesses. Okay, in that perspective also I can teach. Okay, but I prefer this kind of rag because that things many people can do, right? But teaching rag, MCP, LangGraph, AI agents, for that there is a huge demand. So I prefer to do that. But anyway, suppose if you need some fundamental things also, I can explain. Okay, and even if you want to teach Python, I can do, if you are okay with that hourly charges. Okay, but my high priority is rag, especially rag and MCP, LangGraph, that kind of stuff. Okay, and if you have any questions, you can ask me. Okay, as of now, no questions. In the meantime, just I will show some sample demos and what are the codes I have. It is just for sample, okay, but actually I can explain the things very interactive way based on your use cases. Okay, but here I already prepared because right now I'm doing webinars and AI coaching, right? So for that purpose, I created many um, like slides, the things. Even I created one like. Tutorial video about context engineering, because context engineering is now becoming more useful, right? So basically it is the extension of prompt engineering, but because of the multiple agents, that kind of agentic system, with the help of MCP, we were able to now connect with a lot of external tools and data sources, right? So in that case, maintaining that kind of context is very important. So basically we are able to give more context, right, to the AI applications. In case of prompt engineering, that time we had only LLMs. So in that case, that is okay. That naming prompt engineering is okay, because that time our purpose is to create prompts in an effective way so that the LLMs can give the answers in a proper way, right? So, but right now we have a lot of components: memory, RAG systems, and MCP connected external sources, a lot of things, state. So we need to consider context engineering that way. I recently uploaded one video. Even it is there in this YouTube channel also. But if you watch that video in my recorded AI course, right now I'm offering it for very very low price only, just 300 rupees in India and $8 in other countries. Okay, in that case, you will be getting like here the link is there, right? Here you will be suppose if you are watching one video about AI agent means below the video you will be getting the sample code for that kind of whatever sample I showed in that video. You will be able to download that code, Python code. Okay, or IPONB file. Okay, so in that case, that recorded course will be very useful, and I keep on updating with more content, and I will be sending newsletters. So my suggestion is, though I freely provided that videos on my YouTube channel, I will recommend you to uh, purchase this self-packed recorded course, AA course. Okay, because the price is very low, only 300 rupees only. Okay, in case of other countries, it is just $8 only. Okay, and like I will show some samples here. I have all the slides. Okay, and it's based on your preference. I can teach because of this one-on-one coaching. Okay, and I prepared with a lot of sample codes also. And like in the like almost all the codes, initially I explore a lot of things, then I have final version of the code also. But for the learning purpose, I would suggest again starting with some other examples, so that we can in the learning process will be more effective, right? That learning process will be more effective. In that process we can learn a lot of things. That's what my preference. But if you are booking just 1 hour, you want to learn everything like RAG, MCP agents in 1 or 2 hours. In that case, I can just show you execute the premium already existing sample course. Like in either case, I can handle it effectively. Okay, so let me, if more people are there in this session, I'll be explaining about some concepts. And if you are asking any questions, I can explain that. Okay, let me check how many people are there. So people are there, right? So I will just start explaining RAG and other things. Okay, and here, as I said, to understand the quality of my teaching, here you can check the preview here. Udemy, you can just to come to this Udemy, you can search my name Rajamanikam and Udemy. Okay, you'll be able to open my Udemy course, AI for beginners, AI basics, prompts, AI development. Okay, here you can find it. And I made a lot of videos as a free preview. You can click that preview link and you can just learn that, watch that. Okay, uh, just for knowing about my way of teaching, my accent, whether it is suitable for you. But in case of recorded course, even if my accent is not suitable for you, it will be useful because I created subtitle files for all the videos, around 9 hours of videos. Here they mentioned, right? 9 hours on demand video, 12 articles, 34 downloadable resources. Okay. So uh, here why I'm right now I'm telling is just you can like preview my videos. Okay, so that you can decide whether that my way of teaching is suitable for you. Okay, that is the reason. But if you decide to buy it, I would suggest buying it from my blog. Come to my QPT blog, and then you can check that. Okay. Okay. So in the meantime, as I said, I will just explain through the slides about the RAG and the things. Okay. Uh, the courses grow with AI RAG. Okay. But this live session, I started to explain about my one-on-one coaching. I'm waiting for questions from the viewers. Till that time, I'm just explaining the RAG. The main agenda or purpose of this live session is to clarify the questions about my plan for doing one-on-one coaching. Okay, I already started doing it, and if you have any questions, you can ask me. Okay. Right now, I'm not using any specific tools. I register myself in some platforms, but other than that, direct things, I'm just managing the timing, just by doing discussions through WhatsApp or email. Okay, so I prefer to continue that unless I face any difficulties in managing the people through that way. Okay, so the RAG, I will be talking about RAG here. Okay. So here I will be just giving some overview. Okay. But in case of your personal one-on-one coaching, we can discuss in an effective way. We can adapt the teaching according to your own current understanding level. And you can ask questions and you can get clarifications. A lot of advantages are there, right? So let me, as a demo, I will be just explaining few concepts like RAG, like AI agents. Okay, and if time permits, I will talk about the MCP also. Okay, but as I said, the key agenda or purpose of this live session is to clarify or explain or give answers to the questions about my plans for doing one-on-one coaching, personal teaching of AI. Okay, that is the main agenda of this live. So at any time you can just ask me questions. Just I will be checking that chat, and you just ask the questions about that thing. Okay, in the meantime I will be just explaining about RAG or MCP or whatever topic I am going to teach. Okay, so RAG stands for Retrieval Augmented Generation. Okay, it is a very important topic. The reason is I will explain first, explain what is RAG, and then I will explain the reason why it is that much important. Okay, RAG overview. RAG is a hybrid AI model that combines retrieval-based methods, that is fetching relevant information from a knowledge source, with generative methods, that is creating new text. So basically, it is combining the two major things. One is retrieval things, another one is generation. Retriever, we know that for a long time, right? Like doing any kind of search, searching knowledge source with the keywords, right? You can take it as simple example like traditional Google search, or searching any keywords from database, or just searching a word in the PDF file or text file, right? That is what knowledge retrieval thing. Okay, that is a retriever. That is somewhat reliable. If you search some word like RAG, it will be giving the details about RAG, right? Okay, but it is not that much useful. You cannot ask what is RAG, tell me about RAG, like that we cannot ask, right? Or we cannot search for retrieval augmented generation if the document is not having that expansion. If it is searching as RAG, we have to search with the RAG, like exact keyword kind of search, right? So that kind of limitations are there. We cannot use NLP, natural language processing, in that traditional retrieval things. But in case of generation is like LLMs, large language models like ChatGPT, Gemini. Okay, though I am saying that ChatGPT, Gemini as some like simply model, but their AI applications internally they are using that LLM models. In case of ChatGPT, right now it is using GPT-5 model. Okay, so in that case, that generation are really powerful. We can ask them to create poem. We can ask them to generate any kind of articles, right? Any images and any lyrics or any music, right? A lot of things are there with the new kinds of foundation models, and that generative models basically that they are very useful in generation, right? But that generation, that thing lacks a lot of things that I will explain. So retrieval is powerful in some way, but it lacks something. Generation is powerful in some ways, but it lacks something. So the RAG is technology or a concept for combining the advantages of both things. By combining both things, we will be getting more advantages. Okay, that is the fundamental concept about RAG. That is what the name retrieval augmented generation. The generation process is augmented by retrieval thing. Okay, so it enhances language models by grounding their responses in external knowledge. I will explain it what here grounding means. Okay, so for that, for understanding all these things, first of all, we need to understand the current problems with traditional models, large language models, especially. Okay. So in the meantime, I will just check whether the live is going on smoothly. So if you are watching this, just you can tell your feedback by adding comments. Okay. I would like to know whether the live audio is going on smoothly without any cracking or any kind of problem. Because a few days back, I noticed that the audio cracking was there. So that is why I keep on switching with OBS and stuff. But OBS is having its own thing. Sometimes it is not processing audio properly. So right now I will be sticking with this YouTube web interface. Okay. Okay. So let me talk about importance of RAG here. Um, so to understand the importance of RAG, first of all, we need to understand the problems with traditional models, right? So the traditional models are having a lot of problems. One such major problem is hallucinations. They are subject to hallucination. They generate incorrect or nonsensical information. If you are regularly using ChatGPT, you should be aware of that. Sometimes it will be completely giving irrelevant answers. That is its expected nature. The inherently LLMs or any kind of AI, they are not they're not cognitive, right? They operate based on predicting next token, predicting the sequence in the next token. That kind of approach only they are following. Okay, right now there is no cognitive thing. So in case of generative AI, fundamentally they are designed to generate the things, right? Say, for example, if you are asking about what is the capital of India, it will be telling as New Delhi. If you are asking about the capital of a non-existing country, again it will be trying to generate a country name for that. That is what their fundamental operation. So that case, if our questions are not having enough context or not having any pre-trained data, in that case, that hallucinations will occur. That is very riskier or dangerous thing, especially if you are going to use LLMs in commercial setup, especially with the medical field or any fintech field or any kind of law there. That Basically any kind of critical applications, the hallucinations are very riskier one, right? It will spoil the entire purpose of that AI automation. So in that case, it is very difficult to use LLMs in commercial setup, right? So hallucinations are major limiting factor. And next thing is limited knowledge cutoff. That is, all the LLMs have a knowledge cutoff date. Okay, they are not having the latest information. They have certain knowledge cutoff date. Okay, even in the case of GPT-5, they released it recently, but the knowledge cutoff date is like when I checked yesterday, it was saying that. June 2024, more than 1 year back. Okay, um, like tell about tell your knowledge cut update. So June 2024, right? So that events happened after that particular date. That information won't be there with the LLM, so they cannot give answers about that events, right? That is a major issue again. Okay, and like a lack of private information, right? They cannot just simply answer any questions about our own data, because they are basically trained with publicly available data, right? Pre-trained with publicly available data. In that case, if you are asking about your own company or your own policies, it cannot do that. If you are setting up a customer support chatbot, it won't be knowing about your own data, your own products. If you are planning to use the customer support chatbot for your e-commerce website, in that case, if the customer is asking about your like your product prices, it won't be knowing about your product, so it cannot give the proper answer. Maybe because of hallucination, it can generate some answer. Okay, so for hallucination, few days back, I noticed how many this thing was trending with Reddit discussions. How many Ds are there? Previously, everyone was talking about how many Rs are there in the strawberry, right? So the same is still going on. So if we ask how many Ds are in August, it is also saying randomly. It's saying now it's saying there are two Ds in the word August, right? So basically, it's a very very simple question, right? For that also, it is not able to give the correct answer. Its inability to give correct answer is a different case, but it's not able to say that I don't know, right? That is very dangerous thing. So if it is not able to tell the answer, and it's constantly saying that I don't know the answer, then we can deal in different way, right? But the problem is here, it is saying like incorrect answer, giving incorrect answer without any warning. Okay, it's a very very simple question. It is, I'm searching from google.com. Okay, so Google is integrating that Gemini, that model, right? So here, that also it's working in a wrong way. Okay, sometimes it's giving like 1D, so it's randomly giving. Okay, that is the hallucination, right? now there are 4 Ds in the word August. Within few seconds, it changes this answer, right? So that is the danger of AI. So I wanted to highlight to this to everyone. I always tell these things, right? If you watch my videos, live sessions, or even the recorded course, also I mentioned that. Okay, AI is not fundamentally it's not having cognitive, so it's not reliable. Okay, so we shouldn't expect to use that in critical things without like having some workarounds. Okay, so one such workaround is RAG. RAG, it's that is what the grounding. So if you provide like some other additional details, the context details, it can give some relevant answer. Okay. Or so, another thing is we need to know about prompt engineering. That is another trick. You should be knowing about the chain of that COT technique, right? So in that case, we have to ask it like step by step. In that case, it will be like trying to do it step by step. So now, so now itself, it's failing, right? So step by step. So let's count the number of times the letter D appears. No D, no D. So therefore, there are no Ds. So at least it's now able to say. But first time it gave wrong answer. I refreshed it and now it's giving. So that is the nature of like LLMs. There is no solid rule. Even if we use chain of thought approach, it is not giving correct answer at the first time. But it's able to in the next time. At least in the next time, it's able to give a correct answer. Okay, right? So anyway, it is just to give some overview about hallucination. Hallucination is a major issue. Okay, so we need to be very careful about that. So in that case, RAG will be somewhat useful to manage that. Okay, that is the purpose of RAG, main purpose. Okay, other than that, as I said, lack of like private information, lack of latest information. Okay, that three things are major problems with the current LLMs. As a solution, RAG will be able to access the up-to-date latest information. Okay, and somewhat it can be accurate by providing context information. Okay, and in case of private information, RAG can provide the private information as the context detail. Okay, that I will explain. Okay, so fundamentally, till now, my intention is to explain about the need for RAG, right? So that is clear, right? So why we need RAG? So yes, especially why everyone is talking about RAG, retrieval augmented generation, especially industries. Okay, the concept may be very simple. I will explain the first concept, what is RAG, but beyond that, lot of things are. That is where that one-on-one coaching will be useful. Otherwise, anyone just watching the video can understand RAG, right? But in real time, it may require a lot of things. So in that case, some guidance will be useful. Okay. So even if you are working for any RAG project, if you are facing some difficulties, you can contact me. I can do the consulting hourly basis, or even I can complete the task AI development on hourly basis. Okay, okay. And in the my tutorial that self-packed AI course, I added one RAG related ebook and I added one RAG tutorial. A lot of things are there. Okay, so as I said, you can get it for just 300 rupees in India, $8 in other countries. Okay. Okay, how does RAG work? The step-by-step process is first user has to give the input, right? So something similar to chart. User will be asking a question. But here there are two things. In case of a normal LLM based chatbot, it will be like directly it will be sending into LLM, right? But here we are doing two processes. One is retrieval, another is generation. As the definition, right? RAG definition, retrieval augmented generation. So we have to augment the generation with the retrieval process. So for that we need retrieval. Okay, the model retrieves relevant. Okay, model in the sense here the system. Okay, not LLM model retrieves relevant documents from a knowledge source. Okay, that is one thing. And generation, the model generates a response based on the retrieved information. Okay, that I will explain with one image that will be simple to understanding, right? So here The things are like a very simple diagram. Okay, and RAG is more simple than this. Okay, normally in case of RAG, as I said, one retriever should be there, one that generation should be there, right? But here that vector search, other things are just to speed up the retrieval process. Okay, otherwise we can straight away use BM25, that kind of simple retriever also. But whenever you hear about RAG, you will be hearing about vector database embeddings also, right? It's true. They are, though they are technically like by definition wise not directly connected, but to increase the speed, we need that. Okay, normally whenever we are talking about RAG system, we mostly in the industries or commercial setup, there will be millions of documents, right, in the knowledge source. So in that case, just searching them in a traditional way may not be useful. So in that case, the new technologies like vector databases, right? A lot of vector databases are there, like managed vector database like Pinecone, and open source simple SQLite based databases like ChromaDB, and in-memory vector databases like Facebook's Files. Like a lot of various kinds of vector databases are there. They are very effective in storing the embeddings and the retrieval, like searching that kind of vector databases. Basically, doing vector search is very effective and very fast. That is why we are like always hearing about vector databases whenever we are talking about RAG. Okay, that process is overall, the process is very simple. Like as I said, we have to retrieve the relevant documents from the knowledge source based on the user query. That is one process, and based on that context information, that retrieval documents are context information, right? That context information should be added to the user query. Along with the user query, it should be sent to the LLM for generating the response. That's it. Okay, so as I said, to speed up the process, we are using vector search. This is a very basic version, but like in practical use cases, we have to go a lot of things, like a lot of steps we need to do. We have to, sometimes we have to do the query pre-processing, re-ranking. A lot of things are there based on the context. So if you need any specific details, maybe in the one-on-one coaching we can discuss, right? Like a query, here we are going to use the same user query. I will show that thing in a demo. That time you can easily understand, right? So the same user query has to be used with retrieval as well as generation, right? So in that case, the retrieval will be more optimized toward keyword search kind of thing. Generation, they are more optimized for like natural NLP, natural language, right? So in that case, like it is like we cannot control the user to ask questions in a specific way, right? So we have to build the system in effective way. That's where the track pipeline is coming. It's not like a simple. This is a simple version just to learn about that, but for practical usage, we have to do a lot of things, and lot of rack techniques are there. Okay, and mostly it is like it's, there is no use of like memorizing all that kind of stuff, because each and every use cases and our requirements, they will be recurring different kinds of pipeline. So it is better to understand the basics very clearly, and then we need to explore about using them effectively for our own use in a different way. Okay, that is fundamental. So here that we call it as like one process is offline process, one time process. Another is online or regular process, right? In case of offline process, we have that documents. It can be PDF file or database, anything. Here, just for example, considering it as PDF file. The PDF files should be split into chunks. Okay, that for splitting the chunking process, that involves a lot of different strategies. Okay, that I explained them in my blog post. Maybe you can search there and read there. Okay, if I explain everything, it will take a lot of time. Come to my blog, already on my blog here, right? Search for chunking. Here I added a lot of blog post. Search for QPT blog, come to here my blog post and check for my blog post. A lot of AI related things are there, especially RAG, MCP, that kind of stuff, advanced things. So changing strategies, different strategies are there, like fixed size, recursive, document based, and semantic, agentic chunking. Okay, so if you have some time, you can just go through that. Okay, so just I want telling us one example like that. Lot of things are there. Every step involves lot of different things that we have to explore based on our use cases. Okay, so that offline processes we have to do the splitting of documents, that chunking, and we have to convert each chunk into embeddings. Embeddings are nothing but just a numerical representation of that words. We can consider it as array or matrix. Okay, that is generally different thing. But as of now, you can just think that you are just converting the letters or text into embeddings. Okay, since we are converting the documents, we are just calling it doc embeddings. Okay, and basically we use embedding models for doing that embedding. Okay, we can use OpenAI's paid embedding models, or you can use sentence transformer embedding models. Okay, freely we can use that. Okay, but whatever embedding model you are using for this offline process, I mean, converting that document chunks into embeddings, you have to use the same embedding model for converting the user query into query vector. Okay, so that is important thing. And in case if you are planning for this rack pipeline, you have to consider that if you are spending a lot of tokens for converting the documents into vector that embeddings, doc embeddings, and then you realize that spending the money for each user query, that embedding model token usage is increasing, and you're feeling that you are spending a lot of money for just customer support. That time, if you decide to use sentence transformer, that kind of embedding, then you need to understand that you have to convert all again documents again into the equivalent embeddings. Okay, so that is important thing, and that's what we have to understand the fundamental things properly. And another thing is the embeddings models. There we have option to set the uh, like uh, dimensions, number of dimensions. Okay, because as I said, the numbers in different dimensions, like multiple dimensions, 256 dimensions, lot of dimensions, it can just handle. So in that case, that is the reason why we use specialized vector databases, because vector databases are specialized for handling multiple dimensional data. Okay, so that is why that embeddings and vector databases are related. Okay, so there, that embedding will be having certain dimensions, and the vector databases, each vector databases will be having its own dimensions, right? Suppose if you are trying to use the vector database with a lower number of dimensions than the embedding models dimensions, then it will be a problem, right? So we need to understand the basic things. Okay, that is very important things in learning about RAG. And then actual for your use cases, you have to explore a lot of things. Okay, and even that vector databases will be providing built-in embedding models. So if they are not that much effective, you have to go with some other good embedding models. Okay, so that things you have to do dynamically based on the use cases or your requirements. Okay, but the ultimately that process is very simple, right? It is very clear also, right? So we have to do the one time processing of converting the documents into this vector, storing that in the vector database as the embeddings, and then every time the user sends a query, that query should be converted into embedding, and that query vector should be searched against that doc embeddings to find the top. Normally they will call it as top k results. Okay, it will be done mostly based on cosine similarity search to find the relevant related or relevant context the chunks. Okay, that chunks, suppose if you are taking top 3 or top 2, in the case in the top 2 results will be send to the LLM along with the user query. Again, we have to take the user query. So that's what I explained. The user query should be used in both places. That is the very challenging part. The same query that should be effective for the retrieval process as well as generation process. But we cannot control the query, right? It is from users. So that's where our pipeline should be uh, created to handle all these things. Okay. And, so here that augmentation, right? Augmentation is we are just augmenting that user query with the retrieved context information. Okay. So though the process is looking very simple, in actual implementation, it is a really challenging one. I used to go through a lot of discussions happening with RAG, and every people will be saying that they are coming up with a new approach. Even 2 days back, I noticed that one person said, I came up with new approach of that chunking parent child that he gave that name like this. Okay, but it's like everyone should be familiar that things, but they have to come up with their own approach for their use cases that will be more effective, tailor made. There is no one size fits all solution, but the fundamental concept is simple, right? So fundamental concept is we have to augment the generation process with the retrieval process. That is um, RAG, retrieval augmented generation. So whenever you learn about these things, first of all, the first question that comes to our mind is why we need this, right? So we need context. That is okay to handle the hallucination issue, to handle the lack of private information, to handle the latest information, lack of latest information, right? So that we understand. So we have to give the context information. In case of private information, we have to give the private information. In case of latest information, we have to provide the latest information. To avoid the hallucination, we have to ground that model with the by providing the relevant context information. So we understand the fundamental need of that thing, right? But why we need this retrieval? That question will be coming, right? We can straight away like upload the documents, right? um, th- that is true to some extent, but another thing is there, that is context window limit. All the LLMs are having certain context window limit. Okay, let me ask ChatGPT again to tell about its context window limit. What is your context limit? What is your context window limit, right? You can ask it. Screen sharing is there, right? Okay. So it's saying that my context window limit is about 128K tokens. Okay. Um, so it's somewhat okay. It's allowing 300 pages, right? But some old models will be very limited context window limit. Okay. Suppose even in this case, if your knowledge source is having like 400 pages, then we cannot send all the 400 pages, right? That is the major limitation. We can provide the context information directly without using retrieval process, but the problem is the context window limit. Okay, that is one thing. But recently new models are coming with a large number of tokens context window limit, right? So here itself 128K, significant one. And Germany is coming with more than 1 million tokens. Okay, so the context window limit, that problem is now vanishing to some extent. But again, we got to pay for the tokens, right? If you always you are sending like all the documents along with the user query, then we have to pay for it, right? That now for normally that LLMs will be charging based on the number of tokens. So the number of tokens will be high, so we got to pay more. That is another problem. And one more thing is that the key thing is LLMs are very effective only when we provide a small context information instead of giving a large amount of data, right? So it's a common thing, right? For even our human processing, if we are provided with related things, very small thing, we will be able to process it very effectively. Otherwise, if you are dumped with a lot of information, we won't be even that information there within the dump. We may not be missing. We may be missing that. We may not be finding it in proper place, right? So that applies to the LLMs also. Okay, so that problem is still there. Okay, but anyway, that the concept of CAG is there, cached augmented generation. Okay, I recently uploaded one video about it. You can watch that. Okay, so in case of CAG, the cached augmented generation, so instead of retrieving from every time, it will be like storing all the details in memory. That is why they are calling this cache, right? Cache augmented. Instead of retrieval augmented, it is cache augmented. Okay, so that cache data will be sent to the uh, uh, LLM along with the user query every time. Okay, but here that cache data should be within the contextual limit, right? That is there, and the token limit will be there. So for that, what they are doing is instead of storing the data as it is, they are like doing some kind of processing, like KV cache, like that. That is saying key value pair. They are creating key value pair like pre-processing that data. Okay, and that data will be in memory, and every time user asks a question, that data will be sent to the LLM. So again, the token usage will be there. So it's some concept. It's based on, say for example, if you have like 20 25 documents, then that case this approach may be useful. But in case of millions of documents, we cannot think about this. Okay, but the concept, as I said, it's like exploring, and because of the context window limit changes, people can come up with other ideas also, right? But anyway, for effective usage, it is the best. That is what a lot of discussions are saying. Okay, because in this way we are getting a retrieval thing properly, and we are sending it to uh, LLM, right, as context information, right? So LLMs are very effective in this way. Okay, here a lot of things are there about embeddings, how it is working, semantic search. Okay, so I tried my best to explain these things in my recorded course. Maybe you can check that. Okay, but in case of RAG, it is the concept. I hope I made it clear. I'll check whether any questions are there. If there are any questions, I will be checking that questions. Okay. Why we use RAG in companies? Nadapati Devi Varaprasad. Okay, thanks for asking your question. Your question is why we use RAG in companies, right? That I already explained. I think you are joining late, right? It seems. The main reasons about LLMs are here. LLMs are having few shortcomings like hallucinations and limited knowledge cutoff date and lack of private information. To handle that, we need RAG. Because if that system is hallucinating, means it's not useful, right? Especially in companies for business or commercial purpose, it is very important to maintain some reliability, right? So that is one major reason. But other than that, private information and for giving latest information. Okay, I hope now it's clear, right? Let me check any other questions. Okay, no other questions. I'll be moving forward to the next thing. Okay, I was talking about this, right? Now next is the components of RAG. I already explained, right? Retriever, generator, and knowledge source. Okay, the knowledge source can be anything, like normally PDF files, but it can be like any API, database, something. Okay, so applications of RAG, normally question answering. So application, any kind of application involving LLM, because that LLMs should be like reliable, right, without hallucination, right? So in that perspective, it is always better to implement RAG by adding some relevant context information. Okay, but normal applications are question answering to give accurate answers based on the context information. And chatbots, in case of chatbots, it is like more informed and context aware conversations, right? And content creation, generating articles, summaries, or reports. So we'll be grounding the LLMs by providing relevant information there, right? Customer support, providing precise and up-to-date information. Here, the rack knowledge source, we can store the private information, we can store the latest information, so that customer support will be more relevant, right? If the user is asking about any product, a rack system can retrieve the product information. That product information will be sent to the LLM along with the user query. Now the LLM will be able to like generate an answer based on its provided context about that particular product, right? So in that case, all these things will be going smoothly, right? That is where the drag is coming. Advantages of RAG, the same thing, right? So it will be like access to providing access to real time or updated information, reduces hallucinations. Okay, it can help to handle private information. It combines the best of retrieval and generation, right? And limitations of RAG. Here it is at the end of the day, we are going to fully depend on knowledge source, right? Because RAG, it won't do anything. It will be just taking the relevant data from the knowledge source. If the relevant data is not there in the knowledge source, or the knowledge source is not properly arranged, or if the data is outdated, or if the data is incorrect, then again the entire RAG pipeline will be working incorrectly, right? So, in that case of RAG, effective usage RAG, we have to prepare the knowledge source in effective way, and all the pipelines should be like chunking. Everything should be very effective and according to our use cases. Okay, and this one is very important. Computationally expensive, right? Rack systems are computationally expensive because lot of not only this like computing process also expensive, because vector search other things need processes. In case of Pinecone, we have to pay for that, right? And other than that, embeddings also, that in case if you are going with OpenAI's embedding, we have to uh, we have to pay for that, right? For token usage, we have to pay for it, that one time process also for creating embeddings of the documents, and we have to pay for the like user query embeddings also, right? Every time whenever the user asks any question, that should be converted into query embedding. So for that also we have to pay for that embedding model, right? And apart from that, user query is now provided with the context information while sending into the LLM. So that LLM token usage also now getting increased. So it's kind of computationally expensive. Okay, so that are the limitations, but it is very effective. I already explained, right? So that is the reason why. But right now there are no other alternatives. Okay, but the other things are there, like fine tuning and that kind of stuffs are there, but they operate in different way. I added a lot of blog posts by comparing these things. Okay, you can check my blog and you can check that things. QPT, search for QPT blog, and you will be able to access my blog. There you can do the search, RAG versus fine tuning, that kind of stuff. Okay, okay, I will show you a demo. So in the meantime, just I would like to remind about my paid owner coaching. Actually, that is the purpose of this live. So if you have any questions, you can contact me, or you can just ask it in this live also. Okay. So I will load the environment first. Okay. That is sketch file is doing that. Okay. I put the files in RAG folder, that is inside the courses. So cd rag. Okay. So first I will load the keys. Okay, I loaded the keys. The keys means just exporting that Gemini API key. For the LLM, I am using Gemini. Okay. I will, in the meantime, I will open the code also. Courses rag, that course rag.py. Okay. I'm going to run this. But drag, I just explored a lot of things using NumPy alone. We can do the things and a lot of things are there. Chrome or to be right. In this example, I'm using very very simple things. Okay, as a LLM, I'm going to use Gemini. I will close this one. A Google Gemini LLM I'm using, and for vector databases, I will be using Facebook's Fire's in-memory vector database. Okay, embedding model, I will be using Hugging Face says sentence transformers embedding model. Okay, so let me check whether live is going on, whether the screen is visible. Because sometimes, though I am sharing the screen, sometimes sometimes the screen is not visible. Now screen is visible, right? Okay. Okay. Let me continue then. Okay. Here I want to explain about LangChain. Here I'm using LangChain. LangChain is a framework that is more suitable for RAG applications because RAG is a workflow, right? RAG is simple workflow because we do all the steps step by step, like a linear way, right? First, we are doing chunking of the documents, and then we are doing the embeddings and storing that in vector database. And then, whenever we get user query, we are again converting that into query embedding, and then we are doing vector search, and then getting that top K results and sending that top K results along with user query to the LLM, getting the LLM response. Like it's a very linear step-by-step process. LangChain is more suitable in that case, right? Yeah, each component, LangChain can create a component like LLM, vector database, like that, and like we can connect in any way. Like we can easily arrange the things. It's a plug and play Lego brick kind of stuff. Okay, for that, LangChain has runnable that kind of concepts. Okay, but in case of very complex things like agents involving a hierarchy, multiple agents systems, that kind of stuff, LangChain cannot handle. But the company LangChain, the same company, is providing other libraries like LangGraph, so we have to go with that. Okay, a lot of different opinions about whether we have to use the LangChain library for the um, like RAG, or whether we can create plain Python code. So it's up to you. Okay, but in case if you plan to use multiple agent system, then doing our own coding will be a very tedious one, right? So in that case, anyway, we have to go with the LangChain, LangGraph, that kind of library. So better, it is better to learn LangChain, because that is now from industry career perspective, learning about that kind of libraries is added advantage. So that is the reason. But my previous samples were created without using LangChain. Okay, suppose if you want, you can do that. But the both approaches are having their own advantages and disadvantages. In case of LangChain, the code readability will be simple. Okay, and creating code also easy. Like if you want to change the vector database, you can easily change the vector database. If you want to change the LLM instead of Gemini, if you want to use the GPT, we can easily do that. But in case of our own coding, it will take a bit time. Okay, but in case of LangChain, the disadvantage is that versioning, right? If that LLM that they are making changes to the library, if the LangChain is not updating their libraries, then it won't work. Okay, so in case of our own coding, we can manually change, right? Here we have to depend on the LangChain. But anyway, LangChain is open source. We can also make changes. That is a different thing. But anyway, that it's an additional layer, right? So that kind of difficulties are there, and doing debugging and troubleshooting and all, not that much easy compared to our own way of coding, right? For that, they are providing their platform. They provide Langsmith, that API. We have to use that for troubleshooting other things. Okay. Okay, let me first explain the simple thing here. In case of knowledge source, so here I created this PDFs, that folder. Okay, in the folder I put two sample PDF files. Okay, and the first step is loading PDF files from the directory and reading that content. Next step is converting that documents into chunks. Okay, for that I'm using this character text splitter class of LangChain. Okay, LangChain provides different splitting things. So for simple example, I'm using this one. And as I specified earlier, that the chunking strategy, different strategies are there. Here I am just using very simple one, just splitting fixed size. Just as chunk size is 1500. So it will be splitting the documents like this. Like say for example, we'll close that. So I'm opening one document here, PDF file. Okay. So 1500 means first it will count the first 1500. Okay. And then it will be splitting another 1500 like that. Okay. But since we provided the chunk overlap, instead of starting from, suppose if 1500 is ending here, instead of starting from here, it will be taking 500 from the previous chunk also. Last 500 it will be taking, and from there only it will be starting. Say for example, here it will take start from here, and that will be included in the next chunk also. That way, it will be giving some meaningful thing, right? Otherwise, if you are splitting in between, that context will be losing, right? So that is the reason why we have to provide that. But it is one approach. A lot of different approaches are there. If the document is well arranged based on the pages, maybe we can split them each page in one chunk like that. Also, we can split or a lot of things. That's what I'm telling. That is completely different topic. So here for simplicity, I'm just doing this split of based on the fixed size, right? So we are splitting. That is the next step. And the third step is creating embeddings and storing in vector database. For creating embeddings, I'm using this model all mini LM L6V2 from the sentence transformers provided by Hugging Face. For that, I'm using this Hugging Face embeddings class of the LangChain. Okay. Otherwise, we need to line 2 3 lines of coding. Okay. Here because of the LangChain, everything is coming in one line. And if you want to change the model, we can easily change the model. If you want to change the like even if you want to entirely change like something, if you want to use embeddings for OpenAI's embeddings, we can just replace this line only. Okay, but for that you have to import the relevant LangChain class. Okay. So next step is like storing that embeddings in the files vector database. So now we are creating that vector database, and LLM. We need LLM, right, for generation purpose. So the next step is like defining that LLM. I'm using this Gemini. And for connecting to that, we need this API key, right? So I used this get in. Suppose if you are very beginner and you need any details in the one-on-one coaching, we can discuss it in very detailed way. That is the purpose of one-on-one coaching, right? So suppose if you are not knowing something, you can get clarification, and the next steps will be very easy to you understand, right? Okay. So we are creating embeddings, we are creating vector database, and we are defining the LLM, and now we are defining this as retriever. So the retriever, and we are ready with the retriever. We are ready with generation. Okay, the augmentation part, prompt. We have to create the prompt, right, by including that question and by including that context. Okay, we are augmenting the prompt with the context information written from the retriever, right? So now we are creating the stub chain by passing this LLM and the prompt, right? And rag chain is we pass the retriever and the stub chain. Okay. So here the thing is getting somewhat messy, right? Suppose if you want some kind of debugging, if you want if you want to know what is happening, in that case it is a bit difficult because of this kind of syntax, right? Otherwise, if you write everything like retrieving part separately and augmenting part separately, and then sending the details into LLM like that, if you are doing it step by step, then we will be having control and we can easily troubleshoot that if there something is going wrong, right? But in this approach, it is a bit difficult, and understanding the code also a bit difficult in this way. Okay. Okay. So here we are asking question like we are invoking the rack chain, right? Uh, by passing the user query as input, right? So let me show it in that screen first, and then Python 3 dot py. Let us ask some questions here, right? So we can ask like surgery phone number, right? You can ask phone number of surgery. So now it's like chunking these documents. I put two documents, right? Hotel information and this hospital information. So it is chunking both documents, like 1,500 letters per each chunk. That will be converted into embedding using uh, Hugging Faces this model, Sentence Transformer model, all mini LM L6V2, and that will be stored in the finance database. Okay, and uh, we are getting user query, right? Now we have to provide the user query. That user query will be also converted into embeddings. That embedding search will be happening within the vector database, vector search. Okay, that results will be returned to the uh, returned as top K results as a context information. We can send it to the LLM along with the user query. Okay, since that chunking and everything is taking time, it seems. Okay, let us wait. So here, normally I talked about two-step process, right? Here we do everything in one a single step, right? That is why it's taking time. Once we are ready with this vector database, then that case we have to use only this query embedding and vector search, that kind of process only, right? Here I combine both things for demo purpose here. Let us go through the documents and let me check any question is there in the meantime. So no other questions. I will be just continuing with that. I don't know why it's very slow. So in the meantime, we can go through the coding again. So we are importing LangChain text splitter, right? Character text splitter, that class. And this is for handling PDF. And this is for hacking base embedding. And it is for vector database files. But everything we are importing from the LangChain library only, right? Anyway, if we decide not to use LangChain, we can do them directly also. Okay. So we started asking questions. We can ask one question about tell about surgery phone number, right? But here now it's giving correct answer, right? 4146, 4146. Okay. So from the two documents, it's able to get the relevant details. Okay. So like that, we can ask any questions. Okay. So it will be doing that rack from the rack pipeline. It will be able to get the proper context, and then it will be able to give the correct answer, right? But we cannot expect this to work in all scenarios. Suppose if we ask something very complex, like kind of natural language, if we are using here, means sometimes it won't work. That is what I noticed in my previous things. Okay, that is where we have to come up with some proper pipeline. Okay, so testing of rack system involves a lot of involvement. Okay, we need to explore a lot of things, and we have to test it properly, and based on the test we have to improve it further. We have to include a lot of things. We have to find out a lot of different approaches. And in case the document is not having enough details, suppose if the document is talking about multiple hospitals, in that case each hospital will be having its own surgery, its own cancer center numbers, right? So in that case it can there is a possibility of getting wrong contacts. So the best thing is we have to provide metadata in all the chunks, including the metadata in all chunks. In case of books, it is better to enter the book title and the author name in all the chunks. So that kind of approaches, different approaches, and as I said, recently people are talking about parent-child approach. So a lot of approaches are there. Okay, even RAG frameworks are there. RAG as service kind of services are there. Okay, so one such service is very effective and useful one is NotebookLM. So of course, if you are not familiar with NotebookLM, I would suggest going through NotebookLM. That is the best example that is provided by uh, Google itself. Okay, let me check in audio. So Notebook LM is a very very powerful tool. If you are not familiar with that, just check that tool. Okay, so here you can add a lot of source files. We can add PDF files. We can add YouTube video, websites, and the Google Slides, Google Docs, and we even you can copy paste the content. Okay, or if you are planning to create Notebook LM for any specific topic, you can just search the topic also. If you want to create that for RAG, you can search for RAG and it will suggest sources. Okay, and from there you can ask any questions related to that document itself. So it's a built-in kind of a RAG system. Okay, and you can create a podcast, you can create video overview, you can create a FAQ, timeline, study briefing. Lot of options are there. Okay, you can just explore that. It's a good example of RAG system. Okay, and in that case that hallucinations won't occur much. Okay, and you can upload the latest documents, you can upload private information, and then there you can ask questions. Okay, basically that is created for the purpose of studying purpose, research purpose, researches. But it's a typical example of RAG. You can use it, right? And we can ask another question from another document. Still, it will be able to tell the answer, right? This document, I'm opening this document. We can ask about opening hours of sports bar opening, right? 5 p.m. to 1 a.m. 5 p.m. to 1 a.m. Right? It's able to answer. So it's handling both documents, right? If you have any suggestion questions, let me check the chat window. Anyone has any questions? No questions, right? So I will be moving forward. Okay. So almost we have completed the RAG demo, right? But in, as I said, in actual implementation, it's a very complex one, and it involves a lot of studying analysis. And if you are doing that, and if you are facing some difficulties, and if you need any guidance, you can contact me for uh, consultancy. I can do it based on hourly charges, and even you can work for your projects also based on the hourly charges. Okay, so that's what I'm very much focusing on RAG development. Okay, okay, this is all about RAG, and maybe we can move forward to some other topic. So as I said, the purpose of this live is to tell about my one-on-one coaching. Okay, and that I'm planning to do. I already started doing it, and I would like to do it in an extensive manner. Okay. Here I mention all the details. I already shared the link in the description of the video. Okay. So you can check my way of teaching other things by going through these videos. You can just click the RAG to know about RAG tutorial, and click MCP to watch the MCP tutorial, LangGraph tutorial, agents. Okay, and apart from that, I provided option to freely download these things. Okay, Just to go through that, if you feel comfortable learning from me, just contact me to know the available timing, and tell me your preferred timing. Okay, if it is suitable, we can go forward. Otherwise, we can just have a quick meeting to start out the timing, and then we can make the booking. Okay. Right now, I'm charging very low fees only. Further discount also I am providing. For further, you can discuss with me. Okay. So based on the demand and the availability of time, I'll be choosing the setting the discount. Okay. But right now, if you contact me today itself, you can get good discount. Okay. As a first two three people, I will be giving good discount. Okay. And whoever are booking my time, they will be getting free access to my recorded course, which has more than 8 hours of videos, recorded tutorial videos, and a lot of A-rated books, 9A ebooks. Suppose if you want to purchase that course only, self-packed course only, that also you can do that. Just click this banners, and that banner will be taking you this page. Here you can get it for just 300 rupees in India, $8 through PayPal globally. Okay. So here you can see the details, list of videos available in this course, and a list of ebooks included in this course. Okay. So it's all about very basic details about RAG. As I said, if you need any kind of custom development requirements or something, just to contact me. I can do it effectively. I have 25 years of experience in IT, including software testing, test automation, web development, and I explore a lot of business things. So I can easily understand the business also. So you can contact me. Okay. And you can check my LinkedIn profile by searching my name, Rajamanikam Anthony Muthu. And if you need any details, just contact me. Okay. So here in that link itself, I provided this contact number, but don't make a call. Just send a WhatsApp message. Okay. There we can just tell about what you need. Then we can discuss about it in detail. Okay. This is about RAG, and let me teach some other topic also. Maybe I can explain about. AI agents. Okay, it's a very important topic, right? I will close this PDF. So RAG somewhat clear, right? To handle the shortcomings of LLM, that hallucination, lack of private information, lack of latest information. So somehow the RAG is able to manage that. Okay. Now we are going to talk about the AI agents. Okay. Let me wait for opening that. Agents are very important topic. Okay. Because RAG, in case of RAG, that also LLM based application, and agents are also LLM based thing, but RAG is just a workflow. It's like kind of and moreover it's reactive only. It's not proactive, it's not dynamic. Okay. Basically we are doing programming, right? In case of RAG, though RAG is useful in various perspective, at the end of the day it is just a workflow. It's like a reactive only. It cannot do it by itself. We are programming it, right? We are writing how to do the changing. Okay. And we are writing how to what embedding models it has to use, how to do the embedding, like everything we are defining, and it's just following. And even that starting also, the user query is starting, user is starting that thing, right? So it's like a completely workflow thing. So that is what I said. LangChain is more useful for that kind of workflow. So RAG is basically workflow. Okay. But this AI agents are also LLM based thing. But here they are getting some kind of autonomy. That means we can call it any AI application as AI agents if they follow these three things, very important things. One is they should be able to observe the environment, perceiving the environment, okay, sensing the environment. That is first thing, okay, and they can do the thinking or reasoning or decide. They can make decision, okay, with the help of memories and tools, okay, and like they have to they will be able to take action with the help of tools. Okay, they should observe, they should think, they should act. That is the unique thing of AI agents. By doing all these three things, they are becoming autonomy, right? Like in case of observing the environment and by doing the thinking, by taking action, so it is able to like do everything, right, without human intervention. I will explain with one example. That time it will be very clear. But the definition of AI agents is they should be able to observe the environment, they should be able to do the reasoning, they should be acting. Okay, so it's continuously it's like something changes happening in the environment means it's able to do the observation, it is able to do the reasoning, it is able to do the action. There is no human intervention. So something happens in the environment, so it is taking action it's by its own, right? So that is what the AI agents. It is about single agent. Similarly, multiple agents can coordinately work together by doing proper orchestration. So in that case, that is what the agentic AI. That because of that thing, everything is becoming very powerful. That is why we are hearing about job loss for humans, because they are able to do everything autonomously, right? So in that case, no need to have any kind of human interventions. Okay, that is the major change happening with the AI's ecosystem. But at the end of the day, it is LLM only, right? That brain is LLM only. So LLMs are subject to hallucination, that kind of the stuff. Okay, but because of these AI agents, that kind of things, we were able to use LLM in a better way. Okay, so I will explain with some examples. That case, it will be very easy. So, what is AI agent? An AI agent is a system that can perceive its environment, make decisions, and take actions to achieve a goal. Our part is we have to just give the goal. We have to just define the goal. Unlike simple workflows, agents interact with the world and respond to changes dynamically. If something is changing in the environment, it will be responding dynamically without human intervention. Okay. So the basically the three things. It should be able to pursue the environment. It should be able to it should be able to take decisions or planning or reasoning and take actions. Okay. So in that case, we have our role is we have to just give the goal. Okay. So let me explain with one example. Just go through that. We can talk about it in detail. Assume this scenario. Okay. We are getting an email with subject like, "Can we meet Tuesday at 3 p.m.?" And the agent will be able to read that email. Okay, and it will be able to check your calendar, and it will be able to schedule a calendar event, and it should be able to it is able to send reply. Okay, so you are receiving email, and it is reading that email. So based on that email content, it understands that it has to check the calendar, and it is checking the calendar, and it is finding that that particular time is available. So it is booking the scheduling that event, and it is sending reply saying that I scheduled it. Okay, so here there is no human intervention. Here there is no starting like you have to do like this, right? So we are not doing anything. So it is able to pursue the environment. That is, it is able to read the mail. So by 24 by 7 it is continuously monitoring the mail, and it is just catching the new mail. So it is just perceiving the environment, it is sensing the environment, it is reading the environment. So it is able to get the new email, and then it is able to make the decision. The decision is based on the content, right? The content is asking about particular meeting about particular time. So it is making decision by doing the reasoning. It is able to decide that it has to like check the calendar, right? So it is taking that decision, checking the availability in the calendar about that time, and it is acting. So it is finding the availability, and then it is scheduling. So that is action. It is taking action. It's by its own, without human intervention, right? and it is sending reply also. That is also again another answer. So it is perceiving, it is deciding, it is acting. Perceiving the sense, here in this example it is reading email. Here deciding is checking availability. Here is action is replying and just scheduling and replying, right? So that is what the agent. That is what here we defined the first slide, right? And agent, previous one, right? It should observe, it should think, it should act. Okay. So a lot of real world example use cases are there. One is such example is customer support with the search and calculations. Normally, in case of customer support, we cannot with a pure LLM based things, we cannot ask anything about any specific product, right? Uh, but really with the, as we discussed earlier about RAG, somewhat we can get the product details. That is okay. But assume this scenario, user is asking about shipping details or overall cost of charge of the product. Okay, the product will be having its own product price, and there will be shipping charges, and there will be taxes, right? So for calculating taxes and the shipping charges, it needs a lot of information about the customer's location, right? So based on that, it will be varying weight of the product, and the tax means it's again customer's location, customer's country, right? A lot of information are record. In case of AI agent, in case of programming, we cannot do everything by ourselves, right? So the RAG means it can get the relevant details, but again the LLM has to get the details, and it may not be knowing about the users, places, other things, right? And the company's policy about taxes, policy about shipping costs, right? So in case of AI agent, it can do everything, right? So it can do the calculation about the shipping charges based on the customer's location, and it can do the tax calculation based on the customer's country, and even it can do the currency conversions based on the user's country and the product's original currency. Okay, so a lot of things it can do dynamically. Okay, so even in case of agentic AI, multiple agents can work. One agent for handling the shipping charges, another agent for handling the taxes, another agent for orchestrating these agents. So that kind of agentic system also can work. Okay, so that is one best example of this agents, customer support. Okay, and virtual assistant for scheduling and data analysis with Python SQL tools. A lot of things can be done dynamically for creating dashboards instead of using templates, right? Business workflow automation. So as I said, if you need any kind of implementation of AI for automating your business, that will save a lot of time. You have to do, because in the coming days your competitors will be doing. If you are not doing, your customers will be moving to your competitors. Okay, so it is whether you like AI or not, whether you are comfortable with LLMs or not. There is no option. You have to move forward with that. Okay, that is the reason why previously I was focusing more on web development, that kind of stuff, emerging technologies, news, that kind of stuff. But now, because of that need of learning AI, I started focusing more on AI. Okay, so it is very important. Okay, but there are a lot of questions, a lot of other things are there, whether AI is good or biases in AI, lot of ethical, moral concerns. That is going in different. That is different topic. We need to learn about that things also. In that lot of my videos, I talked about that things also. In my ebooks also, I included that. That also very important topic. But what I'm trying to say here is whether we like it or not, we are forced to use AI at this time period. Okay, it's becoming AI literacy. So, so we have to like completely automate our businesses with the help of AI. So if you are interested to hire me, you can just contact me. We can discuss about it. I have more than 25 years of experience in IT, including software testing. Feel that is very important skill than the development thing from business perspective. Because the reliable products are much more important. So based on that experiences, I can work effectively. Okay, so just to contact me. by sending email. I provided my email in the description, right? rajamanikam.a@gmail.com. Let us discuss further. I charge very affordable price only. So AI agents core components are LLM. So that is the core of that AI agents and prompt template, tools, memory. Uh, okay. So LangChain provides that insulates agent that I will explain about that through a demo. That is very powerful and easy to understand example. So normally for AI agents, the famous one is React agent, that is reasoning and acting. Okay, so that will the prompts will be guiding the LLM to think step by step, choose a tool, get result, and continue the reasoning. Okay, it's a loop kind of process. Okay, so these things maybe we can discuss with the sample. So when to use agents? When decisions depend on context, when multiple tools may be used, when responses involve reasoning. No, not ideal for simple static responses. Okay, so it should be involving with multiple tools. Okay, and the context should be there, and it should be involving with reasoning or planning or decision making. Right. So I will show the example, then it will be more effective to understand that. Let me check anyone's any questions. No other questions, right? So I will move forward to the next topic. Next topic is RAG AI agents, right? So MCP. Let us discuss MCP because this one also very important topic. So I'm just giving overview about all these things. Suppose, as I said, if you need a personal teaching, you can just contact me, and we can work with a lot of examples of things. So MCP is it's a very important thing as of now. MCP stands for Model Context Protocol. It's a universal open protocol like USB-C for AI, enabling LLMs to connect bidirectionally with external data sources tools. It is launched on November 2024 by Anthropic as open source. Okay, it's open source protocol, and we can consider this as USB-C for AI. Okay, USB port. Before the USB port, we have to go use different ports for different devices, right? Yeah, PS2 port for keyboards and mouses, and the LAN port for LAN. Like for web camera, we have to use a different port. Mic for that, we have to use different headphone. That yeah, by everything, every devices were having their own kind of ports, right? That is very difficult. Even they need some kind of drivers to make it work, right? But the USB, once after the standardized port USB, Universal Serious Bus, right? That kind of standardization comes into the picture. Then everything becomes very easy. So we can plug and play any kind of accessories to the computer, to any kind of computers very easily, right? So that made a revolution. And the same thing is happening with with the MCP. We'll be connect with different kinds of tools very easily. Okay. So before we going to that, let me first show one example that will be more effective, right? I will show one example for AI agents. I will then I can talk about MCP effectively. So here I have one agent.py, right? Is there agent.py? Okay. So I will open that first here. Lam. Okay. So this is the previous slide was about agents, right? So I am just showing that example for that agents, simple agent. Okay. So then only we can easily understand about MCP. Okay. So here I will be just talking about agents. Okay. Uh, Here for agents also I'm using this LangChain. LangChain is having this initialize agent that method. Okay, I'm using that. This one is for chat Google generative AI is for just using LLM, Gemini as LLM. Okay, so as I said, the agents can take actions using tools, right? So in that case, we need to have tools. Say, for example, for getting this data source, right? Getting weather conditions. So for that, we are using this get weather tool. We are defining that function. Okay, and here we are creating this calculator tool for taking action, right? Okay, and LLM, we need LLM. LLM is the core of that agents, right? So here we are using this initialize underscore agent, that method of LangChain for creating the agent. So while creating the agent, we have to mention the tools. What are the tools it has to use, and the LLM, which LLM it has to use, agent type, what kind of agent is this, React, right? We are talking about reasoning and acting here, and verbose true, so that we can see the troubles that logs are flow, right? So it is very very simple agent, and we can understand the full whole action of the agent. So that is why I selected this one. This is very simple, as well as it's a very complete one also. Okay, here we have the tools, and we define the agent using initialize agent, and we have LLM, and we are passing that LLM and the tools, right? So we here we define the tools, and then we just arrange the tools in a typical format that is more suitable for the this instance agent. Okay, so here the key point is, here we are defining the tool, right? What the tool has to do, that is here it is for getting the weather. If we pass the city name, it should be returning the temperature of the city. But here for the simple example purpose of that, instead of connecting with some weather service using API, I just hard coded that some fake weather data. Okay, simulated temperatures. Okay, that part I hope it's clear, right? If any questions, you can ask me through the comment section of this chat. Okay, I will be checking that. Maybe I will check through the mobile. Okay, okay, I will check that mobile. And by the meantime, you can just go through that. Okay, it's still going on, right? Okay. So here, we created this tool, get weather tool, and another tool, calculator tool. Okay, and we are arranging it in this tools list, right? Okay, here as I said, the description is very important. So based on the description only, LLMs will be choosing the tool. And whenever I teach about this kind of tool calling, um, that kind of things, normally people are thinking that LLM will be executing. No, LLM won't execute. LLM will choose the appropriate tool based on the user query. Okay, and based on the description of the tool, right? Basically, here we are not going to use LLM. Here we are going to use LangChain's library. But some latest LLMs are also having that function calling, tool calling ability. Okay, but that may be limited here because of this library for agent purpose. It will be somewhat. It will be handling everything. So in that case, we are here. We are using that um, LangChain initialize agent. Okay, so that is different thing. Just I'm telling the concept wise, LLMs won't be executing that. LLMs will be choosing the tool. Okay, here LLMs will be choosing the tools based on this description. This description we are sending the tools. We are sending that along with this, right? In case of instance agent, we are setting the tools also. So there, from there, it will be having that description details and the function details. That will arrange in a record format for sending to the LLM. LLM will be choosing that tool if that question is involving or related to that tool. Okay, if it requires that tool. Okay, So it will be sending to the AI application. AI applications will be using that thing. While sending that, it will be properly sending. That is the power of LLM, right? So, well, suppose if you are say if you choosing get weather tool, it will be sending the location also. I will show the example. It will be very clear instead of explaining like here. Here, just to understand the overall structure, right? We define the tools, and we are using this instance agent and sending that tools and the LLM. That's it. And then we are running that agent by asking the questions. Here we are asking the question is what is the temperature in true to green and score of the temperature. Okay. This thing I explained to explain how the agent is working if it is not having data. First, let us start with a simple thing. What is the temperature in Chennai and the score of the temperature, right? Here, Chennai, we provide the temperature, right? 32, right? Okay. Now we can execute. I save that. Now let us store the keys.sketch for Gemini. Okay. Agent.py, right? If there are any questions, you can ask me. I'll be just replying to the questions. As of now, I'm not seeing any questions. Okay, I will continue then. So here I will explain about the MCP. Here for that understanding MCP, it is better to understand these tools in the agent. Then you can easily understand MCP. So that is why I'm just showing the demo of this agent. LangChain resource exhausted. So it started doing that thing. I need to find the temperature in Chennai and then calculate the score of the temperature. So it's doing that thing, right? It is choosing the uh, proper action, get weather underscore tool, right? So it selected the tool, and it selected the argument, right? Chennai observation. The current temperature in Chennai is 32 degrees Celsius. Now I have the temperature in Chennai, which is 32 degrees Celsius. I need to calculate the score of 32. So for that, it is choosing that calculator tool, right? So previously it selected the weather tool. Now it selected calculator tool, and it's doing the calculation, right? 1024. But because of the like I used it many times, right? So the resource has been exhausted. I will check it again. Actually, I'm using that same API key for my chatbot also. It seems someone is using it heavily. So in that case, I'm using free version of uh, Gemini. That may be the reason. So here for learning, teaching AI, I provided this chatbot, created this chatbot exclusively like fully optimized for learning AI. So here it seems a lot of people are using it. That may be the reason. Okay, now it's reset. Maybe we can exit again. Then. Okay, okay. Uh, so now it fully excasted. It seems. Maybe we can wait for some time. But from the first answer, it's clear, right? So it's able to do the. It's like choosing the uh, tool, and it is framing that arguments also, and that will be sent to the AI application, so that AI application do the calculations, right? So here it is doing that calculation. The current temperature in Chennai is 32 Celsius. Okay, here it's 32, right? And it's not able to continue because of that API token limit usage. The reason is because here we are using a very limited level, but as I said here, I created that application, right? So here I'm using that. Maybe if it is like crossing the per limit or per hour thing, it can work after some time. Per day means it will be taking more time. Let us try again. Okay, so it's maybe per day. Maybe tomorrow we can try, right? But this part is clear, right? Concept wise. So here, right? So I haven't provided anything, but it is able to like choose that tool automatically, and even it's able to uh, find that input argument. Here, I in that question is very simple. Here we haven't provided anything, the city name, not like that, right? So it is able to find Chennai is the city name, right? So that kind of knowledge now it is gathering. Okay. So okay, because of that Gemini API usage, now we are able to not able to do it again. Okay, but if we can test with different things. If you like, if you are getting my recorded course, you will be getting this coding. Just download it and set your own API key. Then in that case it will be working. Okay. Okay, I will clear it and I will go forward with MCP. Okay, MCP. Here in our agent code, we were having that get weather tool, right? There, for the purpose of demo, I just made the hard coded thing, right? But in actually, uh, it will be like in actual case, we have to get the temperature from the API, right? So for each country, there may be different service providers. So in that case, we have to connect with multiple API providers. So we have to do a lot of hard work as a AI developer. We have to find out the correct way of connecting with that services by going through their documents, and we need to work hard, right? But assume that if there is a simple way, like you can just connect with one single place, and you just by following the same thing, like so whatever you are doing for one thing, and if you are able to do the same thing for any kind of API, then the job will be very easy, right? That is what that model context protocol. That is a standardization. Okay, so in your API, in our application, we can connect to a server, MCP server. That connection is standardized connection. Okay, that is JSON RPC 2.0, that kind of standardization. So we need not worry about any kind of API connection or anything. Just standard connection. We can just easily do that, and a lot of GUI like Cloud Desktop, everything, even in the Visual Source Code, cursor, everywhere we can easily add any kind of MCP server, and we can use that tools very easily. That much easy. But anyway, at the end of the day, that at the end, like connecting with that end service requires that kind of detailed coding. But that will be taken by the MCP server creators. Okay, the server creator can be the company that is providing that service itself, right? They should be knowing about their API very in a very clear, detailed manner, so they can easily create it. But as a AI developer, application developer, for us, we need not worry about that things. We have to just connect with the MCP server. So that is the concept. That standardization was done by that Anthropic. It was launched on November 2024 as open source. Okay, it's kind of similar to USB. We can assume that way. Okay, So it solves the n by m integration, because in case of connecting with the different LLMs to different tools, say for example for 4 LLMs and 5 tools means we should be having 25 4 by 5 connections, right? So that kind of issues got solved with MCP. So because it's standardization, right? So n by m becomes n plus m, right? So, but anyway, we need to understand that somewhere we got to do that the actual connection. That is at the MCP server level. Okay, that MCP server can be created by any third-party person or service provider itself. So the for them it will be easy. As a developer, we need not a application developer. We need not worry about that things. We have to just connect with that MCP server. That will help us to make the establishment of connection very easily. Okay. So by because of that only that context engineering, that context now the because of the easy connection, now we can connect with a lot of things very easily, right? So that is where that developments are happening very quickly. That is the reason why everyone is talking about MCP. MCP is technically it's nothing. It's very simple protocol standardization, and even as I said, it's not going to solve any major thing. Okay, from technical perspective, that individual API connections, everything should be done. That is there, and moreover, it's unnecessary layer. Okay, it's the MCP server instead of connecting to the clients available in the AI applications to the service provider. We are introducing in between a new layer of MCP server. Okay, but because of that now the things are getting sorted out very easily, right? That connection with a lot of tools and external data sources are now becoming very easy. That is the key thing here. Because of this standardization, now any AI application can connect with a lot of external sources and tools very easily. Okay, so a lot of people are using like in the Android Cloud desktop. You can just connect with the MCP servers very easily from the desktop application itself, and a lot of companies are adopting that thing. So it will be become very easy. Even vibe coding tools like Replit are also using that. Okay. So in the architecture wise, as I said, it has MCP client and MCP server. MCP server can be written by anyone. That flexibility is giving more advantages to us. Okay. The MCP client will be residing in the LLM app or the LLM or the hosting app. They call it MCP host. Okay, the MCP within the MCP host, MCP client will be there. The MCP client will be establishing connection to the MCP server. MCP server can be in the same machine or in the remote place. Okay, um, okay. So MCP server is lightweight microservice exposing tool and data functions. Okay, so the MCP client and servers communicate over JSON RPC 2.0. That is the standardization thing. Okay, but the MCP server to the like tool or data that end service, that is as usual. Okay, there is no standardization there. It supports secure bidirectional reads and writes. Though here they are technically they are saying technically secure, that actual MCP implementation involves lot of security holes. Okay, a lot of people are discussing about that. That is very huge topic. So let us see how that AI ecosystem is going to handle, whether it will be solved or it will be continuing. Okay, so how it's that is a big question. Okay, because anyone can create a server, right? So in that case there some malicious persons can be introducing some malicious code, right? So that kind of stuff still there, security problem, privacy problem. Let us see how the things are going to be solved. But that connection between client and server, that is well established. It's like that is what here we are they are talking about, support secure bidirectional. That connection between a client and MCP server may be good, but the MCP server quality and their reliability, that is completely different question. So this is a very simple diagram to explain that. So we have LLM or any kind of AI application powered with LLM, right? So that applications can be connected to MCP server through the standard JSON RPC 2.0 protocol, and that MCP server should be connected to its respective external tool and data through the traditional way of connecting. Okay. So a lot of examples. One example is in that GitHub repo. Okay. But any external data, any kind of tools can be connected through the AI applications through MCP easily. Okay, that is the overall concept. Okay, let me show one sample. So no other questions, right? So what is RAG? RAG stands for Retrieval Augmented Generation, and I already explained that in detail. Okay, you can check that. I will be keeping this video. Once after completing this, you can watch the recorded live. Okay, MCP demo. I will close this PPT. Okay, I will go through quickly. Okay, MCP demo. So client and server, right? So first I will show the server. So we are using a fast MCP, that library. So with that we can easily create it. We need not write any kind of code. Okay, so we can easily create the MCP server. Here for simplicity, we are using this just to add and multiply, that kind of simple functions. Okay, so this is MCP server. We need to understand the difference between MCP server and client, right? This is MCP client. This should be there in our application. MCP server can be run at any even remote computer. Okay, so server, client. So just to see the difference, right? So for MCP server, we are using, like, we have to give the name for that server, right? So that server name is calculator. So each server can have multiple tools. Okay. So this server calculator has two tools. One is add, another one is multiply. Okay. So we got to define them using this decorator, MCP tool decorator. Okay, that is the standard format followed with this fast MCP. Okay, so here is very simple, right? Here we are just writing with the help of fast MCP. We are able to create these two servers very easily with the two tools. One server with the two tools, right? So when we connect with the server, that two tools will be exposed, and we can choose any kind of tool, right? So here we are running that MCP using MCP dot run, and there are two kinds of transport. One is HTTP, another one is STDIO, standard input output. In that case, that will be in for local machine. HTTP means it can be server can be in another machine also. So it has to have this host port and the MCP path, right? So this is server. That is easy, right? So here instead of this add and multiply, it can be any kind of like connecting with standard, connecting to the service providers like web, any kind of service like weather provider or any kind of database, any kind of things, right? So that is what server. So the server should be written by that service provider or third party or anyone can this server. So you are running a application means you need to worry about this client only. Okay, just you have to provide that, you have to connect, you need to know the server that host, right? And it is exposing to HTTP, right? So in that case, we can just create the client by providing this server URL, right? HTTP, that host, that port, and MCP, that path, right? So that much easy. Just now you created the client by connecting to the server. So in that case, you can access that tools available with that server. So here in our client, we don't have anything like add, multiply, right? We are just using that tool defined in the server. So here it's a standard HTTP protocol. We can just again we are using this fast MCP for client, right? So here we are creating that client. With that client, we can just call that tool, call underscore tool, will call that tool. Just we have to give the tool name, and we have to pass the arguments. Okay, that's it. So for multiply also, we are just calling it. Okay, so in that case, we are running is using a async IO. Okay, so that is the code, right? Very clear, right? So we created this server using fast MCP. That server is name of the server is calculator, and it has two tools. Okay, and we are running this thing and a client. Okay, so now we can run that. So this coding clear, right? So this is MC, and the concept also. It is very important to understand the concept. There is more the importance of understanding concept is more than understanding this code. Okay, so here you need to understand the business flow, like overall thing. The server can be created by any third-party person, right? So for us, it is very easy. We need not here. It can be very complex. Here we just add multiply is easy, right? Here it can be thousands of lines, right? So just for example, I'm telling, we need not worry about those things. We have to just know about the server, and from the client we can just create connect create that client by connecting to that server. So that server tools will be now available for our usage. So we can just call that tool, call underscore tool that add. Okay. So that much easy from the client side. Okay. And as I said, that because of HTTP, it can be in any location also. Okay, we haven't started the server, right? So we are getting the first we can start the server and starting going to start the server. So we are starting the server. Okay, that first MCP server was started. Server name is calculator, right? The transport is T-Mobile HTTP. Okay, so server URL is this one. So we are using this server URL in our client to use the tools available with this server, right? So starting the MCP server calculator with transport, started server process, waiting for application startup, application startup complete. UVCAM, this UVCAM server, okay, running on this port. Okay, so now the server is running. Now we can run the client to connect with that. So right now, for the demo purpose, we are running from the same machine. The server can be at any place. Okay, so we are running that client. Now that we are passing the arguments, right? Here from the client, we are passing 12 and 20. So the answer is 32. For multiplication, 2 and 3. So that answer is 6, right? So it's 200, okay, right? So it's returning the result, add result, multiply result. So if you change that number, instead of 20, if you use 25, it will be giving that value, right? So it's giving that return. That's it. So the server is running here. Okay. So in the client, we can change anything and server will be. But suppose if you want to, like in the case of add, if it is like a server, like a, in case of that tool, multiply is like a multiply b, or like if it is different logic means we can change here in the server. Then we have to restart the server. But as I said, here it's okay, but you need to understand the overall picture. Like why MCP is very important, right? So that thing, understanding that thing is very important. Like instead of focusing on how it's working, that is different. But the concept, the client, without creating the add function, we will be able to use it just by connecting with this server. This server, that add function, similar to add function, there can be any complex functions or tools, right? So we will be able to use that tools just by like connecting to the MCP server. That MCP server, again, it will be connecting to any other third party. Here, just for example, I created add and multiply, but in real world, it will be connecting to some data sources or connecting to some tools. Okay, that can be done in this server. Okay, so the client need not worry about all these things. Okay, it can be like 100 lines, 200 lines of coding with a lot of complex logic. Okay, that client need not worry about that thing. Client has to just connect with the server, and it will be now available with all the tools available within that server. It can use any tool simply by calling like call tool, and then that tool name and that arguments. Okay, that much easy. Suppose if you want to get these codes, everything, as I said, that will be part of all the code samples. Everything is available in our this recorded course. Okay, so you can just visit my blog, blog.qualitypantech.com, or search QPT blog on Google. You will be coming to this blog. Click this banner. That will take you to my recorded course, that part. Okay. So here, just for 300 rupees, you can get the course. There you can get lot of recorded tutorial videos and a lot of ebooks, 9 AI related ebooks. And in case of other countries, you can get it for just $8 by making payment through PayPal. Okay. So here you can see the list of videos available in this course, self-packed course, and here you can find the list of ebooks. Okay, and it is getting good ratings, okay, from Udemy also. The same course available at Udemy, and you can freely download some course ebooks if you want. Okay, but I would suggest buying this course when this offer is available, right? Just for 300 rupees. It's a promotional offer, right? Just I put lot of efforts, like for around more than 6 months I put a lot of efforts for creating this course, by creating 8+ hours of videos and 9 AI books. 8+ hours means for recording other things. Actually, I create a lot of things, and I used only the best thing for this course. Okay, and I keep on updating the course. Okay, in that perspective, I hope it will be really useful. And you can find, suppose if you are watching these videos, below the video you can find the code also, so you can easily practice that. Okay, suppose if you have any questions, you can book one-on-one coaching with me, and we can sort out one-on-one coaching also. I charge very affordable price only. Actually, that is the purpose I started this live session. Okay. And, okay, so for waiting for the question, but that meantime, I thought of discussing about these things. I continue. Okay, hello sir. I built an prototype of baby AGI. AGI, it's the big companies also not yet ready with AGI, right? So you are talking about baby AGI. Okay. So maybe we can discuss. Okay. So if it is for business purpose, maybe you can I can do it for affordable charges, or just for learning purpose. Maybe just we can discuss. And if you prefer, I can live broadcast into my YouTube channel also, so that others can also share their thing. Suppose otherwise, if it is a business means, we can I can work based on hourly charges. Okay, or if it is a hobby or for learning purpose means, we can discuss freely, but it has to be like a live telecast to others. Okay. Okay, you can share your contact details, or you can send email that. Here I provided my email ID. I will share my email ID also here. You can share. Okay. So you can just contact me by sending an email. We can discuss in detail. Okay. So here I hope I made it clear, right, about MCP, and we have gone through that uh, simple demo also. And another thing is that LangGraph, that is also very important. But because of my like LangGraph demo, right? So I was telling about agentic AI, right? In case of AI agents, they can observe, they can decide, they can act. Okay, but the powerfulness of AI ecosystem comes only when they all the agents work in a collaborative manner. They work together. For that, they need orchestration, other things, right? So that is where agentic AI that becomes very important. For that kind of stuff, LangGraph is more important because in case of multiple agents, we have to maintain the memory, right? In that case, it's not like simple memories. In case of our context history maintenance, that and all different. But in case of this agentic AI stuff, we have to maintain the state. That For that, LangGraph is providing that state graph, so multiple agents can communicate through that state. Okay, so I created that one simple example, but because my LLM is not okay now 1.5 we can test 2.5, that API is not allowing me. Maybe I will check that whether it's working. And okay, so in that case, it involves multiple agents, right? So here in this sample code, we have two agents. One is agent one, research agent, and another is agent two, summary agent. So we define that agents. Okay. So here, as I said, state is very important. We have to pass the state to the agents. The agents should be sharing the state. Okay. So just to go through the code, just let me check whether any other questions are there. So as of now, no other questions. I will be continuing that then. Okay. So again, this in my recorded course, I provided these code samples also. Like normally, here as I explained, here I provided a lot of videos, right? So here lot of listed a lot of videos, right? So if that videos are involving with any kind of coding, below the video I will be providing that the code samples. Okay, so that will be the best way of learning, right? So ebooks and videos and code samples, and apart from that you will be getting newsletters with the latest updates also. That is why I suggest buying my recorded course. Otherwise my ebooks, here I am providing a lot of my ebooks for free download, and my videos are available in the playlist Land AI. Okay, but here it's a very structured way, right? So whenever you are watching the video, if you want to test it by yourself, you can just download the code and you can just test it. Okay, and if you are struggling somewhere understanding the concept or progressing with that code, you can contact me. Just even you can, as I said, you can just book 1 hour of time. Okay, even you can book 1 hour of my time for coaching. Okay, and that will be like very effective. Like I can sort out the things, then you can continue with this recorded course. Okay, that will be very effective. That is why I canceled my 4 weeks 6 weeks kind of a live coaching. So unnecessarily you have to pay money, and I need to spend time for this thing, right? This is effective, right? So yeah, like I did my best to come up with this recorded course. So you can just go through the recorded course, and then you can just uh, uh, by 1 or 2 hours my one-on-one coaching time, and you can get clarifications for any of your questions. Okay, that is what my plan right now. But anyway, I have scheduled this Gen A webinar also on August 6th, that you can go through that. September 6th, sorry. Okay, any other questions? Okay, as I said, I provided the email ID, right? Maybe you can send an email and we can discuss. Okay. And if needs time booking, I will tell about about that, and we can discuss. Just to send me email, we can go from there. Okay, here it's creating, right? So I executed this LangGraph demo py, right? So here in the coding, I use this. So here I use for Gemini 1.5 Flash, right? So it has more token usage. Like Gemini 2, if I'm using means it's restricting. Okay. So here we use just 1.5, right? So here, here this one, draw ASCII, right? So draw ASCII is for creating this graph. So we can visualize the graph also. So before going in detail, first of all, we should know about what is graph, right? Knowledge graph. The fundamentally it is from I already explained that things in my previous section. Okay. And even my LangGraph, that demo, that video tutorial video, I have included that. But fundamentally, that I explained with some diagrams or things. But fundamentally, it is like a node and a relationship. Okay. So in case of the best example people used to say is very long back, the search engines before Google, they were just considering the backlinks only, right? Based on the links or keywords, that initially keywords, then they consider backlinks. But Google only started this page rank concept, right? So if you are having backlinks from one website, but whether that website is relevant to you, or the website is itself it's related to that domain, that kind of questions are coming, right? Then only we can give weightage to that backlinks. Otherwise, simply counting number of backlinks won't be that much effective. That is where Google started its search revolution, and still it's relevant. So the same concept is now coming to AI, right? So that graph concept, right? So that just you can assume that it's like a, node and relations between that nodes. Okay. So a lot of examples were there. You can go through the things in my tutorial. Okay. 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 Okay, you can just check this. Okay, okay, thank you. Bye. So here we can just see that thing, right? So in this example, we have two agents. Okay, so let us assume that. We can do. So here first we can go through the code. Okay, so there are two agents. One is a research agent, one is summary agent. They are connected with the state, right? Through the state, they are communicating. Here, that state, in the info state, it is like putting this research agent's output. Here are asking what is LangGraph. The response will be in this info state, right? So here in the summary agent, it is getting that value from the info state, right? And that information will be used for summarizing. That information will be summarized using this summary agent, and then it will be loaded into summary state, right? So here we are getting that response, right? So here that final output is info state. It is lengthy output about LangGraph, right? The summary state, here in the summary state, it is providing the summarization of that response. So here we are getting the detailed output, research agents output. Here we are getting the summary agents output. There are two things. they're communicating through the state, right? Info state and summary state are updated. So suppose is another agent also means they can get the value. So that is what is the state concept. Like different kinds of memories are there that maybe we can discuss in another video. So it's a, but as a beginner, I just am focusing on beginner in this session. So here it is very simple thing, right? Multiple agents are there, they are connected with the state. So that thing is here for we have to use the graph. That is the fundamental of this lang graph, right? So state graph. So everything is through state. For that, we can use simple dictionary for this, but normally a base model, pydantic base model will be there. Okay, so or even you can use simple dictionary also. Okay, like info summary, right? So that kind of dictionary is enough. Okay, and the concept of that node is, as I said, the graph model is there should be many nodes, and each nodes, each like the nodes will be connected. The connection is called as edge. Okay, so node should be there, and edge should be there. Okay, so here then the state we are creating the graph using state graph. The graph is created. Okay, so in the graph we got to add nodes and edges, right? So first node is research. Okay, second node is summarize, and we are going to connect the nodes. So for connecting the nodes we need to specify two nodes, right? So like in that case we are going to add edge. So in that case we are like connecting research and summarize. And other things we need this the common. If you go through this diagram you can understand, right? We are connecting the research and summarize using it is edge. It is one node, it is one node, we are connecting this edge, right? So for that, this starting this we need start, and the ending this we need end. Okay, so that is the standard of LangGraph career. So the start and the research are connected. So for this is one edge, this is one edge, right? This is one edge. So we are creating that edges, right? So first we are, and the first entry point also we need to decide. This is research is the entry point, and we are connecting that to that summarize using this add edge. Okay, research and summarize are connected, and the summarize is connected to the end. Summarize is connected to the end. Okay, so we have to specify the like entry point, and again we got to connect the nodes as edges. Okay, so first of all we need to understand node and edges relationship. Okay, that is what graph the concept. Okay, so for adding the nodes, here agents means node, like that we can in the agentic AI we can consider in that way. Okay, so research agent is one node, summarize agent is another node. Here the runnable lambda is important thing, right? Then only we can connect. So that is the important concept of LangChain code runnables. So that means it's kind of plug and play or Lego brick kind of thing. We can connect any node to another node. Okay, or in case of RAG, we can connect that workflow chain. We can rearrange the components. So for that, the runnable lambda, like we are making it to like it's a common type. Okay, some components may return one kind of data type, another may be taking another kind of data. But for connecting everything, it should be in a common format, right? So that is what that runnable lambda will be doing. So in that case, we can connect the research and summarize. That is why we are making it as runnable. So here we are connecting. So if it is runnable, then we can easily connect. Otherwise, it should be in same format, right? So we are making it runnable lambda. Okay. So overall picture, we have to first create the graph using state graph of LangChain, and then we have to add the nodes, and then we get to connect the nodes by using this add edge. Okay, we are connecting research and summarize. And important thing is we have to compile that graph. Then we can assign it as the app, and that graph should be drawn with this app only, compiled output only. So here we are running that get graph and draw ASCII. So here draw ASCII is for showing it in the command prompt. Similarly, we can show it on Colab or any other platform in a very graphical format. Okay, that's it. Okay, right? Because of the command prompt, we are using this draw key. Okay, otherwise we can use graphical draw also. Okay, and we have to invoke that for getting the final output. Okay, and we are printing the final output. So it is the fundamental of agentic AI using LangGraph. Okay, any other questions? Okay, no other questions. Okay. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Okay. The purpose of this live is just I wanted to tell about my offer of paid one-on-one coaching for learning AI, especially RAG, MCP, LangGraph, and AI agents. Okay. So this, I'm giving more importance to that. And other than that, you can ask anything about the AI, like how to use uh, like ChatGPT, Gemini effectively, right? How to use them for digital marketing and any that kind of stuff. Also, you can contact me. Okay, I can explain that also. But my priority is about teaching RAG, especially RAG and other things, or even computer vision, computer using YOLO, and that also an important field. Okay, and if you are working on that project and if you need any assistance, you can contact me. I can explain them, and even as I said, I can work based on hourly charges. Okay, and if you want to know the basics of what is machine learning, how AI is different from traditional programming, that also I can explain. Maybe I will start with that. Still, I am getting any questions. Let me check any question is there. No questions. Okay, maybe I can proceed with that. So before going in detail about learning anything, I would always suggest understanding the basics of AI. Okay, that is what. Uh, actually, in my recorded course, I explained that with very simple examples like temperature conversion, that kind of stuff. Here you can check that. Okay, here I explained the basics of AI. You can just go through the details. Okay, so I already created the videos by putting a lot of effort. You can just watch that by buying that course, because by making the purchase just for 300 rupees in India, $8 globally, you will be able to get the sample codes also. So just I add a lot of videos, and below the videos you can download that code, and each video is provided with subtitles, closed captions, so that you can easily read that content while listening to that video. Okay, so in that way it will be useful. And I provide a lot of ebooks also. If you are very beginner, you will find this ebook very useful. And for advanced, even RAG also, I have separate RAG ebook. And even I published a book about emerging AI trends in 2025 and AI for entrepreneurs. Ideally, if you are a business person, this book you will be finding it useful, and mastering agentic AI. So I'm doing my best to come up with this good course. I keep on updating the course based on the feedback from the learners. Okay, and just for 300, this is offer price only. Otherwise, normally 1,600 so will be something I said. Okay, but as an offer, just to start making the sales, I just said the price as just 300 rupees. Because right now I have to manually deliver this. Once after making the payment, you need to contact me. Like here, I provided my WhatsApp number and email ID. Uh, and in that case, I'll be sending you the course access link. Okay. So I cannot spend more time for like doing this kind of support activities, right? So in that case, if I'm making a lot of sales, most probably I will be increasing the price to at least more than this. I will be making it up to this amount. Okay. Otherwise, if you want to get it automatically, you can try this. Okay. At rajamanikam.com also I am selling that same course. Here you can find this link. Okay. So here you can automatically here $19, but okay, but in India because of purchasing power parity, it got discounted to $7.60. Okay, if you have any questions, you can ask me. Okay, and another important thing is in case of this rajamanikam.com, it is a Gumroad based site. Actually, you can earn money from this site. I am offering 50% affiliate commission. Okay, so you can just contact me. You can freely join as affiliate. It is very simple thing. Okay, once after joining as affiliate, you can just share the affiliate link with your friends and in your social media, and people are making purchase from there means you will be getting 50% affiliate commission. Like apart from this thing, I have a lot of other products also. I will add all the products for you. Okay, like ebooks and webinar and one-on-one coaching and even membership. Membership means even you can get repeatedly you can get money, right? So lot of things are there, and even I have course about emerging technologies also. Okay, and it's a good opportunity. So right now I'm just building this affiliate network with my own products. In the coming days I may start selling other products also. So in that case, you can get a huge commission. Okay, if the product price is high. I'm just, and if you're a product owner, if you want to use my this affiliate network, you can contact me, we can discuss about it. Okay, so these are the things I will be talking in another session. Okay, I already did one session for explaining about my affiliate program, everything, and this session is about my this uh, paid one-on-one coaching. Okay, this is important thing right now. I am focusing on, and people are looking for various ways, right? Today I spent significant time for registering myself on various tutoring sites, and there people are charging a lot of money, $100 per hour, like that. Okay, I don't know whether their way of teaching may be better than me or not. I don't know. I don't have that kind of experience learning from that people. But anyway, I am doing my best to explain the things, and I keep on learning a lot of things. So I believe I can teach in an effective way that you can test by going through my other tutorial videos. A lot of tutorial videos, so I provided the links. I uploaded that videos in this YouTube channel. You can check that links, right? So that is why I'm right now. I just would like to focus more on this paid course directly instead of going through that platforms. That platforms they will be taking commission, right? So in that case, you are contacting me directly through my blog or my channel means you can save money. I can also save money from the commissions, right? So that is the reason why I'm just doing this webinar. Okay, this live session. You can ask any questions about that. Okay, so okay, it is the main thing I wanted to share here. Other things about this AI course and the AI webinar. Okay, so I'm planning for paid webinar coming September 6th. Okay, September 6th, we can have this paid webinar if you are interested. You can join, you can ask your questions there. Okay. Or preferably my suggestion is you can just buy this like one-on-one coaching, 1 or 2 hours. For that you will be getting my AA course for free. You can go through my AA course, and if you have any questions you can just use your booked timing, right? So but the conditions are there, as I explained here, like minimum 1 hour, and one session should be of minimum 1 hour. So that means you cannot split the 1 hour booking into multiple sessions. Okay. Okay. Any other questions about this one-on-one coaching? Or you can join this paid webinar, which I am going to host on 6th September. You can find the timing, other details here. Okay. But as I said, I wanted to highlight just waiting for any questions. In the meantime, I will be explaining about the AI overview. In case of AI, we need to understand the very basics. Okay, how AI is different from traditional programming and other things. That, as I said, I explained them in a detailed video and included in the course. Just I'm here. I'm just giving overview. Here, in case of AI, it is fully depending on the data. Like in case of our traditional programming, we have to know about some formula or rule to use in our coding. Like all the logics will be depending on that kind of formula or some kind of rules, right? So in case of converting inches into centimeter, we should know the formula. For converting centigrades into Fahrenheit, we should be knowing that formula, right? So then only we can use that in the traditional programming. That formula is written by someone. But in case of AI, that formula itself can be generated from the data. That is the beauty of AI. Okay, so in that case, it is all depending on the data. So in that case, data is important. So for that, preparing data and other things, the data science important, right? So because of data science, that data quality, data set preparation is becoming very excellent in these days, and because of that, AI models are getting advanced, and because of the growth in the AI models, again data science is getting growing. It's going on iterative. That is the reason why we are seeing a lot of growth in these days, right? But anyway, at the end of the day, AI depends on data, quality of the data, relevant data for the training, right? Training of the models. Because that AI algorithms, that mathematic algorithms uh, were created long back, more than 60 years back itself, they came up with that kind of algorithms. But because of lack of computing power, they were not able to use it properly, right? So all these things I explained, and at the end of the day, we should know about um, like importance of AI, and how AI is differing from other things. Okay, so you can find all these videos in my recorded course. Right now, I'm selling it for just 300 rupees only. Here, if you buy it from my blog, you have to contact me for getting the access link. It's not automated; it's manual. If you want to automatic delivery, you have to buy from rajamanikam.com. But I would suggest buying from my blog only. Okay, just to make the payment, and contact me through my email ID or my WhatsApp number. Then I will be sending the link to you. Okay, but you have to remember for sending that message. Okay, otherwise I may not be knowing about your email ID or your contact details. Okay, so that is very important part. And apart from these RAG, MCP, LangGraph, other things, if you have any questions about machine learning, especially computer vision, I can explain about how to create AI chatbots and context engineering or deep learning, NLP, that kind of stuff also I can talk. But I prefer to work with mostly about RAG, okay? RAG and AI agents, that kind of stuff, okay? So if you are doing any kind of projects, you want me to outsource it, we can discuss, okay? And as I said, either I can teach you so that you can do it by yourself, or I can do it by myself based on hourly charges. Okay, so just let us we can discuss that. And regarding this blog post, you can check the description of the video. Okay, And in this blog, I keep on adding lot of content. You can check that content, mostly AI related content. You can check all of them. Okay, so I'll be stopping here now, and if there are any questions, you can contact me. Okay, as of now, no questions, right? Okay, thanks for watching, and I will share the links for again. I already shared that. This is the link for booking my time. Okay, you mailed it, right? I will check that and I will send reply. Okay. And if anyone wants to buy my AI course, recorded AI course, you can buy from here. I will share the link. And as I said, I am using Gumroad for handling affiliates. If you want to earn money, 50% affiliate commission, just to contact me. I will share my email ID again. This is my email ID. Contact this email. Okay, for joining as affiliate to earn money. Okay, and you can earn easily earn 50% affiliate commission for sharing my courses and ebooks. But I prefer to focus more on this course. As I said, I put lot of effort for coming up with this course, like 8 hours of recorded AI courses and 9 AI rated ebooks. So very worthy one. So now if you project it in a correct way, if you just convince your audience about the importance of buying this course, you can easily make the sales. It's up to you. Okay, so in that case, if you are able to do that, you will be getting 50%. In case of $19, you can get around $9, right? So it is very easy way of earning money for this course. Similarly, other products also there. Even if the person is not interested in the course and if he is making purchase of other products, you can just still get the commission, right? So, but anyway, my suggestion is to focus more on that. Give a lot of create videos or infographics, whatever you are best. Do that, and you can easily this is right now. A lot of people are interested in earning AI. A lot of companies are charging a lot of money. So in that case, $19 is very reasonable only. But as I said, if you want to make the purchase, I would suggest buying from my blog. But for promoting to others, join as affiliate, and you can promote this affiliate link. Not this link; it will be looking similar to this, but it will be including your affiliate ID also. So for that, I need to add you as an affiliate. So just send me an email if you are interested. We can discuss further. Okay. Any other questions? If there are no other questions, I will be just stopping here. I will be waiting for a few minutes. Anyone has any question about my affiliate program, about my paid one-on-one coaching, about my webinar or recorded course, or my channel, or about this blog? Whatever question you are having, you can ask me. Okay, and as I say, specified here, the paid one-on-one coaching is primarily for AI coaching. But suppose if you want coaching in other things, actually I have 25 years of experience in IT, including software testing, test automation, web development, running YouTube channel, digital marketing, a lot of things I explored. And if you want to get that experience, for that also I can do that based on the same hourly charges. Okay, especially YouTube running, I have a lot of experience. I explore a lot of things. Okay, but right now I cannot earn money from my YouTube channel because I don't have AdSense account. My account got disabled. So suppose if you are planning for running YouTube channel, I can guide you. Okay, I can put all my efforts, but based on hourly charges. Okay, again, and in that case you can grow your channel. The YouTube channel, it's not about just earning money. It's about branding your business, and a lot of advantages are there. Okay, I can talk about that. based on hourly charges again. Okay, so I'm very particular about hourly charges. If you have any questions, either you have to book my time and we can discuss about it based on hourly charges, or if you are feeling that you are doing something good for everyone and it is useful for everyone and you are studying somewhere, that's okay. In that case I can freely do that, but in that case it should be broadcast through the my YouTube live. Okay, so if you are okay with that, maybe we can discuss. Otherwise, you got to book my time by making the payment. Okay, that is what my plan. So any other questions? Okay, it seems no other questions. In that case, I'll be stopping it. Right. Okay. Okay, thanks for watching this live. Okay, so it seems a lot of people today watched it and a lot of people liked it. Thanks for the people who liked my video. Okay, and just if you want to learn from me personally, just make use of this opportunity. As I said, I plan to spend 1 or 2 hours only per day because I have other tasks also. I need to update my recorded courses, I need to do the live sessions, and I need to update my Amazon books. Okay, a lot of tasks. Okay, so I plan to do like 3 or 4 hours, maximum 4 hours only. So in that case, if you want to make use of this opportunity, just book my time as early as possible. And if you feel that you cannot afford for that hourly charges, we can discuss. Okay, so either you can just share my link somewhere, like I can come up with some other plan to give discount. Okay, mostly promotion things. Okay, for getting the discount. Otherwise, as I said, that 800 rupees per hour, $12 per hour is a very, very low price compared to other things. So today only I realized, I just noticed because I previously I was charging this for my web development task. So I thought of starting with that. But now only I realized that working in the background and working like fully one-on-one, that are different, right? So before that I need to do some preparation. I need to be at the right time. So based on that, now I need to change the hours. Mostly I will be changing the hourly rate in coming days. So before that, if you want to make use of this low price offer, just to make use of that. Okay. 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 I'm disconnecting. Thanks. Bye. And in the meantime, if you have some time, you can just to go through all the blog posts. And I started this blog in the year 2008 itself, and I have been adding a lot of blog posts. Initially, I spent time for adding blog posts about my software testing experience, sharing my software testing experience, test automation, and then I started putting posts about PHP, MySQL, that kind of web development technologies, JavaScript, and then I focused on emerging technologies. Now I'm just focusing more on giving news about AI, not only news, AI tutorials, and my understanding about AI, and whatever question I am coming up, and I'm finding answers and putting them. A lot of things I'm doing here. Okay, so just visit my blog. Okay, the blog URL is blog.qualitypointtech.com, or you can just search QPT blog, right? QPT blog, and then search. That's it. It will be showing my blog. Click that blog. Okay, you can find a lot of things. Suppose if you want only AI related thing, maybe you can yeah, click that artificial intelligence label. It will be filtering only AI related posts. Okay, but normally in the recent months, 4 5 months, I am fully focusing on AI related posts only. Okay, so here you can get a lot of things. Suppose you are coming with some other questions, just send me through email. I will do some analysis, and then I will put that as a blog post. And if it is asked by many people, I'll be creating a video about that. You can check that video in this channel. Okay. Okay. Thanks. Bye. Bye. I'm just disconnecting. Bye.